Hello and welcome back to Dials here at the Walker Classic 2018. I'm Ben Hamer.
And I'm Tyson Sparks. It's the final countdown here, finals of the 2018 Walker Classic. Very exciting. So we've got Jim Frank over on the left. We got Duhtch Cuthbert over on the right. It's an Imperial on Imperial battle. Real quick there, you saw into the dice box there a prize that we're planning to give away here on this final stream. You can see this is a Rebellion Falcon, and at the front we have an escape craft. So that escape craft 3D printed by District Foundry, our presenting sponsor for this stream.
So that escape craft is our prize. Falcon not included. But this escape craft does fit into the Resistance and I believe the Rebel Falcon as well. So 3D printed from District Foundry. We will have a trivia question coming up for that later on. And yeah, so bone up on your trivia.
Tune in for that. In the meantime, so we just saw Jim Frank's list here, so I think we're all familiar with that. Ben, why don't you tell me what Duhtch has got over there?
First, I'd like to read off this comment from Gold Squadron. Bald to Dials.
Bald to Dials, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what we're talking about, just go join the Back to Dials Facebook group and look for the pictures in the next few days or something.
Oh,
The Ace are going to be so pretty.
So anyway, for those of you who missed semifinals, we have our victor from the stream game, Jim Frank, on the left here. He has Soontir Fell with Crackshot, Echo with Juke, Omicron Group Pilot with Advanced Sensors, and Captain Jonas with Barrage Rockets. Jim Frank is our 2017 champion at the Walker Classic X-Wing Tournament, and this is actually a finals rematch between Jim and Duhtch Cuthbert. So Tyson, why don't you tell us about Duhtch's list?
Yeah, fantastic that the same two players have made it twice in a row through deep fields here. Really shows you the skill that's involved in X-Wing. Duhtch's list over here, we've got Soontir Fell with Predator, we've got Whisper with Juke and Darth Vader, and we've got Redline with Trajectory Simulator, Proton Torpedoes, Seismic Charges, Proton Bombs, and Ablative Plating. If there is a meta list in 2.0, I would say that is just about as close as you get to it right there.
Yeah, that is... I'd say there is one other meta list, and that would be Luke, Wedge, and some support ship, but this is the good meta list.
Right, yeah. For people who aren't stuck on Rebels and bad at X-Wing, there's this, right.
Because then you've got people like me and Tyson.
Yeah, it's true. So looking at the list here, obviously, Redline in the meta for a reason. It's good against a number of things here. I'm looking and seeing those bombs against an ace-heavy list on the other side. Should be pretty good, yeah?
Yeah, and Redline is an incredibly versatile ship for not a lot of points, all things considered. This fully kitted out version comes out to 68 points, and that is
insane.
Basically 4 bomb charges, not including the reload, 2 torpedo charges, ablative plating to avoid running into or to avoid damaging from his own bombs, the ability to fling them forward. So he's got a pretty huge danger radius.
Indeed,
and,
that is
does
crazy.
A lot of damage.
That is crazy. And then obviously the Juke, Darth Vader Whisper, just such a good synergistic build there.
The good old cloak and choke, as I've heard it referred to.
That
name cracks me up.
I like it there. Back to Dials After Dark here. Cloak and choke, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting weird up in here. Finals time. No, obviously a great ship, synergistic with the decloak on the Phantom itself there, the Juke is, and Darth Vader just very good. So
yeah, so this is going to be a really interesting match. There's a lot of AC type ships. So I was told, by the way, that Jim, I believe, is first player here once again. So most of Duhtch's ships will be moving second here, or last. Basically, he will have both of his 5s moving after Echo, only beaten out by Jim's Soontir. And then Duhtch's Soontir will clean up the scraps. So.
Yeah, so in the Soontir on Soontir battle, that is big. Duhtch moving second. Clock has started here, so we're getting some dials down. Overall, we just saw Jim fly very successfully. He's on the bottom of the screen, by the way. But Duhtch, obviously a very accomplished player in himself, got a great list. What are you feeling going into this one? What are your thoughts on Victor?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I have no idea. who's going to win this. These are two very, very skilled players flying very, very good lists. And if I were inclined, if you held a gun to my head, I would have to go with the previous year's victor, but this really is anybody's game from the beginning here.
We shall see what happens. Bug Police, man, your name, I don't know how to say that, but I did see your message. Mi amigo se va a cortar todo el pelo. That was probably terrible, but
that was a totally authentic Spanish accent.
I'm going to go ahead and say that translates to Asa is going to be bald and so pretty. We're excited. So here
Direct
we go.
Translation. No native Spanish speakers can tell us we're wrong.
That's right. I believe what I believe. Here we are. We're getting started here. We got a one straight coming from both the shuttle and Captain Jonas. Jim keeping it in tight here, being very cautious.
So what do you think? So we saw really interesting engagement in the semifinal between Jim and Nick for that crazy Moralo deployment. What do you think we're going to see different? What do you think Jim's approach is in terms of first engagement here?
Well, I mean, I think you can kind of see what Duhtch is thinking. You know, he's got that red line over there in that top left corner. He's probably going to try to either sweep down the side or into kind of that middle gap between the top two asteroids and try to obviously be at a little bit of range to shoot some proton torpedoes. That can only help him. So Jim looks like he sees that. He looks like he's sending his ships kind of over to the right, going to try to stay together, and indeed it looks like that red line is going to try to come all the way down. So Jim going to try to come together, maybe jump on Whisper, perhaps. It's interesting here. Obviously, Duhtch's list got a lot of pieces that scare you.
Yeah, I have played against Duhtch playing this list once so far, and it is definitely, in my experience, very hard to choose your first target, and no matter who you choose, it kind of feels like you chose wrong. Because I've flown against Duhtch playing this, I've flown against others playing it a couple times, and it's very difficult to decide who you're going after.
It's very exciting. I'm excited to see how it goes. I'll remind the Twitch chat here while we see Soontir do a 5 straight coming out fast. We need more viewers. Tell your friends out there how excited you are to see the finals of the 2018 Walker Classic. Yep. And we've also last game we got 100 viewers, so Ace is shaving his head. If we get 200 viewers, Dion Morales from the yeah, sure, Dion Morales from the Back to Dials podcast, also the Gold Squadron podcast, has agreed to get a Back to Dials tattoo. I'm gonna get one with him. We're gonna be bros. It's gonna be sweet. It's
gonna be great.
Back
so
to Dials bros.
Viewers.
We need 200 viewers. Go out, tell your friends, tell your crates, tell your grandma, whatever. Get on the stream. Me and Dion Morales gonna be bros for life here. Bros for life. With a Y. Yeah. So another fast maneuver from Soontir here. Both Soontirs kind of trying to get to flanking position on the outside of the board, both 5 straight and boost.
Yeah, so it definitely looks to me Soontir's trying to kind of wrap around the back there. Redline almost looking like he might... Man, so many qualifiers in that sentence. I lost track of what I was saying. Redline looks like he might go for kind of a slow turn in and try to bomb between those rocks next round, depending on where Jim's ships end up. Or he'll just come in for a faster maneuver trying to get off a torpedo on one of those aces. In terms of target echo, so we already kind of talked about how it's a little bit difficult to choose your target against Duhtch here. But Redline seems to have kind of the most tools that you want to get off the table. I can see you grinning at Twitch chat. I'll let you get there in a minute. But,
keep going. Yeah.
Who do you think? Who do you think's the first target that Duhtch is going to try to go after here?
Just from positioning here, it's looking like it's probably going to be the Phantom, right? The Phantom next turn not going to be able to decloak forward, so almost certainly going to have to decloak up towards Redline. You know, could leave it in a position where it can get target locked before it can move here. That could be a little bit of a problem. I suppose it moves first, but still could be in a position where it could get target locked. That's where I'd be looking if I were him.
Yeah, I would definitely, to try and counteract that, plan to not decloak Echo for a round and just get him out of danger. But So we are, again, doing a giveaway later on for that 3D printed escape craft that fits into the Resistance and Rebel Millennium Falcon models. And thank you to District Foundry for sponsoring the event and giving us all of those 3D printed giveaways we've done on stream. If you head over to the District Foundry Etsy shop, you can use promo code Walker2018 to get 15% off your order, and that is valid until tomorrow, I believe, is what I heard out on the floor. So go ahead, get out there, place your orders. They got a lot of cool stuff. They got those 3D printed arc indicators. They got those escape crafts. You've seen some pretty slick bomb templates used with the nice handle on it to pull it out. So really cool stuff. Thanks again to District Foundry.
Very cool. Thank you, District Foundry. And definitely get that 15% off while you can. It's good stuff. This turret indicators are awesome. I keep playing with this one on the desk here. It's probably distracting me from streaming. It's so cool.
That's true, yeah.
Stop playing with toys and make X-Wing content.
Stop playing with toys and make X-Wing content. We are playing with X-Wing toys, so...
Yeah, I'll go back to streaming here. He's bald and authoritative, so we'll have to do it here. Looks like we've almost got dials down on both sides here, and indeed, here we go. We got a decloak. Thinking about a decloak here. Obviously, Dutch up there. Going to have to decloak towards the side, but Jim is the first player, so we'll get Echo first. Decloaking down to the part of the board we can't quite see. I assume it fits. It does fit.
So it sits.
There it goes. So, again, kind of staying very, very clumped together, very cagey here. He's wanting to really jump on anything that tries to come too close and maybe get a torpedo off. So
yeah, he's kind of looking to stay a little more reserved, and I think Jim is looking to stay a little more reserved, and once the target presents itself, just explode outwards into a flurry of 3 dice attacks and lots of tokens and rerolls. And
it makes a lot of sense here. It certainly does. He also doesn't really want to get up in those rocks with those seismic charges being launched at him.
Absolutely,
and the limited maneuverability that would present against the proton bombs. So a smart
especially
play.
with that Soontir with only 3 health to his name. He is really going to have to watch out once he gets into that asteroid field.
Indeed. So we got Jonas coming up. He is going straight, taking a barrel roll. Also staying in tight here. Looks like we probably had a stop from the shuttle there while we were talking. It is stressed.
Excuse me while I yell at Asa in a Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. And we got a 2-turn from Echo. So again, this is almost looking a little fortressy here, you might say. Staying really tight to the shuttle with those 2 ships. It's a good move.
Yeah, definitely a good call there. Stay as far out of that bombing zone as he can for as long as he can. Here we got the 1 bank coming in from Dutch, so possibly looking to trajectory simulate some bombs, and even if he can't get damage off of it, at least funnel Jim's movement.
Gonna take the boost here, interestingly enough. I guess gonna try to boost and probably grab a target lock if he can, get a cheap torpedo out here. I'm sure we're gonna see if he can. Yep, here it comes. And indeed, we got target locks on maybe either Jonas or the shuttle, it looks like.
Yeah, so making the decision here. I would almost go after Jonas with this as the easier to kill target, but
easier and probably more important here. I would be doing Jonas if I were him, especially with that shuttle sitting with a reinforced token there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, and Jonas naked. Yep, and there it is, the lock on Jonas. So that barrel roll turns out to have been maybe a little bit of an error from Jim Frank there. It puts Jonas in range.
Yeah, he I can see the setup that he was going for there, but
doesn't quite have it.
It could come back to bite him.
And we got Whisper coming up, doing a barrel roll to the outside, getting in a good position to come in and attack here eventually.
We do have an excellent suggestion in the chat from Jesse Betts. I think you could sell ad space on the back of your head for streams like this.
It's perfect,
especially once Asa shaves his head, then whenever he leans over a camera for whatever reason during streams, there's the ad.
This head brought to you by District Foundry.
District Foundry,
Foundry. Yeah, you can get 15% off this weekend. It's too bad they don't sell Rogaine. Asa could use it.
Asa's going to need it for sure. Or even just wigs. 3D printed wigs.
3D printed wigs.
Get on it, District Foundry.
I will call Ken and see what we can do here. All right, Soontir on the outside, coming in, doing a barrel roll. Interesting didn't quite turn in here, but he's going to do it with the boost. He might as well get a free shot onto Redline here if he can.
Yeah, now that he's got a better idea of where Redline is ending up in this first engagement, he's got a safer opening to pick his positions in the middle of the board there.
Indeed, and we got an all the way around the outside, another straight maneuver here with Soontir. Gonna really come in the side here, and he's got to be careful if he intends to launch bombs with his red line here that he doesn't catch his own Soontir with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which makes this barrel roll a little strange. Maybe he's not intending to launch any bombs here.
Yeah, it almost could be that he intends to, well, I'd say drop, but I don't think a seismic will have range on the rocks he needs them on. Here we got the barrel roll and the boost coming in from Soontir. Yeah, so Soontir would definitely have to turn outward if Duhtch wanted to launch a bomb in the next round, and that's not really ideal.
Yeah, so a little bit of an interesting play from Duhtch there. He basically takes it off the table that he's launching a bomb, which, you know, maybe would have affected Jim's movement on the next turn if the possibility would have been there. But with Soontir where he is, there's no way there's a bomb launching, so Jim can be free.
So here we got the range 3 from Soontir onto Redline coming in. I see some paint, can't quite make it out past the glare. It looks like hit crit, and I see one evade.
So that was a 1 crit onto Redline, gonna plink off a shield.
Looks like we got a range 3 from Soontir, either onto Echo or the Lambda, if my eyes serve me correct. It looks like the Lambda is the only option, I'm being told. So range 3 onto the Lambda shuttle. Reinforce will not be active here.
So here comes the shot from Duhtch. 1 evade over there from the Reinforce.
Hello in the chat, Fergie. Glad to have you back.
Did they roll off? Nope, here comes the roll. We got hit, crit, focus, looks like. So hit, crit. And
hey,
here comes
familiar.
The defense
That's
roll.
What the other Soontir rolled.
We got 2 blanks.
Not quite the mirror.
But there is a Reinforce.
Oh, the Reinforce is active.
Yep, so the Reinforce will cancel down one of those, and it'll be 1 shield plinking off the shuttle here.
Mirror shots.
Not bad. Soontir on Soontir Mirror Universe. It's like a bad episode of Star Trek in here. Yep.
Hey, and there's District Foundry in the chat. Rematch. Yeah, let's see how it turns out.
District Foundry. Again, our sponsor. Check them out. Here comes the Proton Torpedo on Jonas from Redline. We've got, it looks like just
2
hit crit here to start with. We're going to spin the target lock. And another crit in there.
Yep, hit 2 crits.
Yep, and Proton Torpedoes will change another one to a crit. So we got 3 crits, but we do have 2 evades coming out there. Ooh, 3 evades as well. Holy cow. So yeah,
That
natties
is
crazy from Jonas there, and he is totally fine. No crits. So again, Jonas may be a little bit of a misplay to barrel roll in there, but he's not going to take any punishment for it.
Yeah, that was... I think Jim can see the future. That's my running theory. And he knew he'd roll 3 evades.
Yep, that's what he does, man. He's the Oracle of X-Wing. He knows when those evades are coming.
Man, we've had a lot of Oracles of X-Wing today. No other shots coming out of any of these ships.
We have a low bar for Oracle here at the Back to Dials podcast. Anybody who gets anything right ever is an Oracle.
Pretty much make a wild guess and get it even halfway right. You're an Oracle.
That's right. That's right. So we're back to Dials here. Pretty neutral opening engagement. Not a lot of damage done. What are you thinking about the position here? Are you liking anybody's spot any better than anybody else?
I definitely like Duhtch's positioning here a lot better. Jim has to work a little bit harder to get shots this next round. Duhtch's Whisper is too far off to be to really be closed in on. Meanwhile, there's a rock in the way and potential bombs in the way of Jim turning in on Redline and Soontir on the left there. Meanwhile, Duhtch is still going to have 2 guns on target. So I definitely like Duhtch's position better here.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I think if I were Jim here, I think I would feel comfortable turning in towards Redline without really worrying about a bomb too much, just because of where Duhtch's Soontir is down there towards the bottom left. Be really hard for him to launch a bomb and not hit himself,
true, yeah.
right?
And if Duhtch had a little bit better angle to get a seismic to hit that rock to pilot left of Redline there, that would be one that he could kind of blow up safely without Soontir being in the way. But I'm inclined to agree with you. Sounds like we are at 73 viewers toward our 200 viewer goal. Get all your Get all your friends in here. This is the Gold Squadron Tattoo Fund is what we're gonna call this.
That's right, 200 viewers. Me and Dion being bros, back to Dials, faux life on the arm. It's gonna be awesome, getting tattoos. So go tell everybody how exciting this stream is right now. Imperial on Imperial violence.
Yeah, so this is a huge swing in the other direction from 1.0, where we never saw Imperials ever. I believe our finals last year, Duhtch versus Jim, was Duhtch flying Rebels with the triple Wookiees and Jim flying scum salad, so to speak.
Yeah, it's certainly a good time to be Imperial right now. Now, could all change very quickly here. We got probably Resistance in First Order coming sometime in the next month or so.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And then the one that I'm most excited for, we got some Separatists and Republic coming up sometime in the first quarter next year. So
yeah, it blows me away. I didn't know I could be so excited about prequels.
I know, but then I saw those Jedi Starfighters and what they can do, and man, am I excited.
Yeah, it should be great. Check out the next episode of our Back to Dials podcast. We'll be talking about that, obviously. So yeah, super exciting. I'm super excited to play some Jedi. Ben will be there in spirit. It'll be great. All right, here. So it looks like we've just about got all dials down on Duhtch's side. Nothing down on Jim's side here. Jim making sure to really think this one through. This is a pretty key turn for him here. That red line is obvious. Yeah, it's a threat in multiple ways. He's got to be careful here and make sure he doesn't overcommit and get anything blown up. So
right. There is potential for Jim to have all 4 of his guns on the same target here, but it's going to take some really slick maneuvering to make it happen.
Yep, indeed. Looks like he's at least made one decision here. Again, I would be targeting Redline right now. Redline is the most exposed, I think. I like...
The most exposed, the most dangerous, I feel, and the easiest to hit.
Indeed. I'm liking maneuvers. I don't think there's anything you can do with the shuttle, but with Jonas and Whisper, obviously, I'm liking maneuvers over to the left to point at him and Soontir coming down.
Definitely, yeah. And then the shuttle, if it can get a maneuver that even just gets its back arc on target, that could be huge.
Alrighty, and we're just waiting on Soontir in there. The dial is down, so here we go. We're into the system phase. Going to see some decloaks. Here comes Jim. Thinking about it.
Echo decloaking off to the left there. Again, part of the table we kind of have cut off, but I'm assuming that fits.
I'm assuming it doesn't. Quite. Going back. So fails a decloak. Fascinating. That could be big here. That's one shot that Jim will certainly not have now.
Yeah, that could be a really big problem.
Yeah, it is interesting. All that time thinking about the Echo maneuver and fails on the decloak.
I'm interested to see where Echo ends up now, now that decloak failed.
Yeah, you'd have to think it was probably some kind of turn maneuver back towards the right.
Yeah, or honestly, it could also be that Jim just planned for both contingencies, where he dialed in some maneuver that was safe in this scenario, but really beneficial if that decloak succeeded.
Maybe some kind of Jedi Master here. And so I am going to be proved wrong here, and Redline is going to launch that bomb. His own Soontir be damned.
Makes me wonder what Soontir's doing here.
Yeah, now a 2-bank, if Soontir 2-banks towards the center there, is that going to put him in bomb range?
I think it'll put him in bomb range, but I also think it leaves him enough for him to barrel roll away. But I'm not quite sure. It's kind of hard to judge from the view that we have here. But yeah,
It's going
really
to be
curious.
extremely close here. I am excited to see. It's a very good bomb if it doesn't get his own Soontir here, because it looks like it will get that shuttle. Probably going to get Echo, depending on where he went. It's a bold play. All shields, no guts. No, wait, no shields, all guts. That's what we're talking about. No rebel bias here. Alrighty.
Yeah, so we see Turd Hat saying he feels that Jim should have been way more aggressive in this one, not letting the Super Aces set up properly. Yeah, I tend to agree. I agree with you there, at least halfway. I think he could have had a really good round here if that Echo decloak had succeeded.
So meanwhile there we had a coordinate to get Echo that evade token down there. Jonas turned and focused, which is interesting. Gonna just take that bomb probably. And oof, Echo right on top of that bomb.
Yeah, that is not great. So there's no reposition that gets him out of there. So he's probably just going to want to focus up and hope to survive some onslaught from Redline and Soontir's guns.
Heck of a bomb drop. Again, if he does not get his own Soontir Fell, which is the Soontir towards the bottom left part of the screen, heck of a bomb drop. Redline, in the meantime, going to come on in. Now, Redline does have ablative plating, which will allow him to ignore that bomb detonation. So he's not a threat to himself, and he's going to get a sweet range 1 shot here on 2 Echo, it would appear.
Looks like, yes, that does fit. So this is going to be, in all honesty, range 1 is not Redline's favorite position. He prefers to be 2 or 3 to get those torpedoes off, but still not a bad spot to be either.
Yeah, especially with Echo not shooting, because again, Echo fails the decloak on this turn, so will not shoot. Redline here just going to go ahead, a focus, and gets that sweet free target lock.
And up next, we've got Whisper coming in. Looks like a 3 hard coming in from the top of the board there. Looking to get her in the fight, and probably Duhtch is hoping, hopefully get a shot off on that Soontir when he turns into this this fight down bottom.
Yeah, it should be a good position. He was patient with it, and it's in good position now, especially with this what looks like a 2-bank coming out of Soontir Fell.
Yeah, so Soontir might be able to avoid that shot with a boost barrel roll, but he loses his own shot in order to do it.
Yeah, I think if I'm him, I'm looking at a barrel roll down towards the bottom right side of the board a little bit there. That'll increase the range at least, and then you'll definitely get your bullseye onto Redline there.
Yeah, so maybe an evade into a barrel roll here.
I think so. There it is indeed. You're the Oracle of X-Wing. There you go.
Yep, so there's the barrel roll down toward the bottom and forward from Jim Frank's Soontir Fell.
Good looking move.
I'm still really curious to see where Duhtch's Soontir
Yeah, now this is the
here.
big move of the turn. Maybe a 2 straight and a barrel roll to the outside. Avoid this bomb.
I see.
There it
there's
is.
a 2 straight.
So that has to be accompanied with a barrel roll down towards the bottom, I would think, to not take the proton bomb, which again is right underneath that Echo. That Echo parked himself on a proton bomb.
Now that I'm looking at it, there is a chance that that's not bomb range. But
if I'm a Soontir player, hell no, I'm not taking that chance at all. Barrel rolling out. Maybe he's just better than me.
As a Rebel player inclined toward Falcons,
yeah, proton bombs. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it carefully here, so he's probably contemplating exactly what we're talking about, whether or not he is safe right where he is. And again, we're going under the 50-minute mark here in just a second, as you can see at the top. No points scored yet. Still anybody's game. Duhtch looking in a good position once this bomb goes off, though.
Yep, each player has only taken 1 shield off of their opponent so far. So definitely still anyone's game, but I think Duhtch is in the better position right now.
Still considering an action on that Soontir fell. Really does not want to take that barrel roll to the left, I suppose, here. Maybe it's closer to being off the board than we think. I'm not sure, but something really not wanting him to take that.
Looks like the boost.
Whoa!
So I was actually
hello.
considering this as an option. A boost pilot left and then a barrel roll.
Whoa! Duhtch don't care about proton bombs.
Okay.
So again, for people who are just now or maybe missed it, there is a proton bomb directly under that echo right there in the middle of the board. So as far as we can tell, Duhtch just boosted and barrel rolled into the proton bomb.
Yeah, so that's
I bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
He will not be able to see very well, Cotton. Yeah, so it looks like his hope here is to just kill off that echo before he ever gets a chance to decloak and start plinking away.
So obviously both Fells getting their focus token from the their ability here. They both have bullseyes. Here comes the proton bomb. Looks like it's going to hit at least 4 ships here. I just 5 if you count Redline, but it'll probably ablative armor here.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy bomb. So we got a wounded pilot onto Soontir.
I gotta say, I do not understand that set of actions there.
Yeah, that wounded pilot is that's gonna hurt if I'm remembering what wounded pilot does correctly, which I believe is after you take an action, roll a red die on a hit or a crit, you take stress. Jonas got a panicked pilot. That's gonna hurt, not being able to get focuses for those barrage rockets.
My goodness, this is a punishing proton bomb coming out here.
Well,
So
it was flung from a Punisher.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Fergie will be happy to hear the terrible dad jokes.
Brack to Dials podcast here.
No, now it's Bald to Dials.
Bald to Dials podcast. So again, there's the 2 stress tokens from the Panic Pilot, and we are finally on to combat. Everybody else take shields.
Oh yeah, shield on Echo, shield off of...
Okay, so
Not sure if the Omicron caught that, but... Looks like we're measuring bullseye, and for sure, Soontir is going to get his free focus.
And
deciding on range from Soontir to Soontir.
Okay.
Looks like range 2 from Soontir to Soontir, and there is no bullseye arc for Predator on that.
So fascinating
shot,
here.
My apologies.
That boost barrel roll could wind up being even worse here in that if he puts himself range 2 of the opposing Soontir and takes some damage, could be even worse.
Really bad.
See,
still trying to measure out that bullseye for Predator.
The back of the head you see there, local legend John Conley, organizer
Crack
and
shot.
judge.
I swear I know which Soontir is which.
Which Soontir is which? Our hero today, called range 3 by John there, though, so narrowly missing a disaster.
Yep, range 3, Soontir to Soontir, no bullseye. Putting Jonas back in his place. Now putting Jonas back in his place, facing the correct direction.
Always key. Always key here. All right, that done. Here comes the shot. Soontir on Soontir. Gem rolling here. Looks like we've got just 1 hit. Wah, wah.
And here's the 4 dice with all the paint.
Plenty of evades there. So Duhtch getting away with it other than that wounded pilot.
That wounded pilot could definitely hurt him, though.
Yep. That is not the crit you want. Should be over to Duhtch now. He gonna be able to take that range 1 shot that he bought so dearly here with Echo. On Echo, rather. Predator reroll here.
Into another blank, so I see 2 hits after spending the focus token. into one evade to foci.
I would probably just spin the evade here. You don't need it to recloak. But interestingly enough, he's going to focus instead and get 2 evades. I'm not sure that's the right decision there. You might want that focus for later, but it's what he does.
He's hoping... I actually don't know what he's hoping, because I was going to say he's hoping to be able to recloak next round, but he's already cloaked, so...
An interesting call.
Yeah. See if it pays off for him.
Duhtch should be shooting now. It looks like we probably are considering red line shot or perhaps whisper. Either one. It's been a very contemplative game here so far.
Yeah, these are 2 very methodical players who like to think through everything they do. This is whisper into the Lambda shuttle, range 3. Hit. Oh.
1 hit and 2 crits.
Yeah.
And no evades in response. Sorry, man. It's just such an exciting game here.
And a fuel leak on the Omicron group pilot. Up next, we got that red line, range 1, focus target locked into Echo. Probably looking to not have to spend that target lock so that he can get a proton torpedo after a K turn. Assuming Echo, nope, spending the target lock for after that hit and 2 blanks.
He is really wanting Echo dead here.
I see hit after spending the focus. All the paint in the world.
So it didn't matter that he didn't spin that evade earlier. He's going to get to keep it, so it works out for him. Should be over to Jim here. We got a Captain Jonas shot onto red line.
Yep, so the range 1 shot here. I see lots of paint, so spend the focus for 3 hits. I see nothing at a red line.
And we got, what do we got there? We got at least 1 onto the hull on red line now. So he's through the shields onto the hull.
That's actually a pretty good outcome, all things considered.
Indeed. This turn really kind of swung the game back. Duhtch had good position to start with here, but so far it's gone. I feel like this one's gone Jim's way.
Yeah, that questionable Soontir barrel roll kind of... I get that he wanted the most guns on target that he could get, but onto a cloaked Phantom with a focus and a target lock, that was a hard-pressed goal to meet. And
taking a crit on your own interceptor for that trade, I don't know about it.
Yeah, especially the wounded pilot that's at least 1 lost action essentially to repair that. It's going to be tough for that Soontir in the coming rounds.
All right, and we are back to dials here. As we go into the planning phase, we'll remind you that this has been the 2018 Walker Classic X-Wing Tournament. We want to do another giveaway here today. We've been giving away prizes all day. We'll be playing again tomorrow, perhaps X-Wing side events, doing more things, so tune in for that. You want to go ahead and do our giveaway now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that now. We've got this 3D printed escape pod that will fit a Rebel or Resistance Millennium Falcon model. Falcon model not included in this giveaway. So prep up for your trivia. First person in Twitch chat to get this correct will get this prize. So Tyson, take it away.
Okay, so here's your trivia question. For Episode 4, A New Hope, there was an original prototype model made for the Millennium Falcon. That prototype model did not wind up being the Falcon shown in the movie, but it did wind up being another ship that was shown in the movie. Which ship is it? Post your answer in the Twitch chat. First person to get it gets that sweet 3D printed escape craft. I'll repeat the question again. There was an original prototype made for Episode 4, A New Hope of the Falcon. And we got the answer there. Tanif4 Who was the first person?
I see Mars Mike Beard is taking it away.
Man,
again.
Mars Mike Beard is the trivia master here. If you guys are playing trivia at a bar, go call that guy on.
Seriously,
on
you want
Twitch.
him on your
You
team.
want him on your team. He wins again. So we'll go ahead. We'll get that escape craft out to you. Great job, guys. Yeah. So Mars Mike Beard, if you could give us a shout on feedback at backtodials.com. We'll make sure to get all the stuff out to you. Again, that was feedback at backtodials.com. We're also on Facebook if you'd rather find us that way. Go ahead, do that. Yeah, there you go. Feedback backtodials.com, because I always have to say it 3 times. Contact us. We'll get you your stuff. Good job on the trivia,
yet
everybody.
again with the best answer, even if it's not the right answer. Death Star.
Death Star. That would have been a sweeter Millennium Falcon.
Right?
Giant Death Star flying around.
Do you imagine that in the trench run scene against an even bigger ship than what the Death Star is?
Bigger Death Star. Fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. Yeah. You look like a nail. You look like a nail? Yeah, you were very close there. He's the honorable mention there. No prizes for honorable mention, but feel honored at least.
There you go. You have our... I don't want to say sympathy, but...
Yeah. Your prize is...
I'm going to say sympathy.
Your prize is I promise not to commit that you will shave your head or get a tattoo during this stream. That's your prize. Everybody else, you're fair game here.
Yeah, your prize is that you get to see Asa have a shaved head.
That's right.
Aren't we all winners?
We are all winners tonight. So it looks like we're getting close to having dials down here, at least on Jim's side. That turn feels like it really evened things up here. What are you expecting from Duhtch's side on this turn?
Well... Asa has asked in the Twitch chat who thinks Death Rain is going to be dropping some bombs. I don't, because Death Rain is not in this game. So I want to go with a hard no on that one. Redline, however, is probably going to drop a seismic here. Hoping to catch out Soontir, Jonas, anyone who ends up in close proximity of that rock, which is looking to be a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. I think a seismic charge out the back, targeting that kind of middle rock by all those stress tokens there. It could be a very good play here. It would threaten a lot of things. It shouldn't threaten too many of his own things as long as he keeps the Whisper kind of towards the top. I certainly like that. Then I'd be expecting maybe a K turn from that red line. Try to get back into shooting position.
Yeah, so that K turn is going to be a little less productive for Redline than it would have been had he not spent the target lock on Echo in the previous round. But I could definitely still see that being the move here. Soontir, Duhtch's Soontir, probably looking to take off, clear his stress, recover from that crit, and come back into the fight later on, revitalized. Yep.
So we've gone under the halfway mark in time here. We're under the 37-minute mark. For a halftime show here, I'll remind you, check out our Back to Dials Patreon if you haven't already. We really appreciate all our patrons. Patreon.com/backtodials. We got some sweet swag that we're giving away, cards, damage decks, all that stuff. We really appreciate anybody who helps us out. Salt mine crits. Yeah, we got those. We got lots of those. Check it out. And we really appreciate any of our patrons who are on right now. We love you guys. We're working to get more Patreon stuff out to you guys. So check it out. We love you guys.
B-Pug dude, has suggested in the chat that Duhtch will launch another proton bomb so that Soontir can hit it again. That is the new meta. Kill your own Soontir and you get the points. Very little known loophole. Only works with Soontir Fel and Redline specifically.
Yes, that's the key to X-Wing. So we are in the system phase, it looks like. You saw an Echo decloak forward and through his own ships. Duhtch, it looks like he's looking real hard at that red line. Or perhaps I'm wrong. Maybe he's looking at Whisper over there. All right, so he's going to decloak Whisper over towards the left side of the screen, kind of towards where I thought there'd be a seismic charge. Maybe he shares the love here and he'll bomb his Whisper too. We'll see.
He's got to be fair to all ships. Duhtch, when you watch back through this later, We love you. Don't beat me up.
We love you, Dutch. We love you.
And the back of your head.
Not sure what he's looking at now. So he went ahead and...
It's still very possible for him to drop a seismic without Whisper hitting it here, and it looks like that's what he's going for.
Seismic charge coming in here. So, okay, he's dropping the seismic charge. Whisper's looking at it. Duhtch loves his bombs.
He really does. Duhtch was a reigning champion with, or rather, nightmare, I think is the correct term, with Miranda Nim at the end of 1.0. And here he is back with more bombs, more insanity. He is a very good bomb pilot, and it's terrifying to fly against.
Indeed. So we finally made it to the activation phase here, it looks like. We got an advanced sensors to flip down the fuel leak with the shuttle. Then it's going to go ahead and do a 2-bank over the top here. Getting out of the way.
We've been informed we're going to take a brief respite here for a moment. Duhtch has a fuel leak of his own and needs to address it. Here we got a 2-bank through the rock from Captain Jonas. A bold move indeed.
Yeah, so through the rock, see if he takes any damage here.
I saw a red die go flying.
No damage.
See focus.
Yep. But obviously not going to be able to reposition, going to be taking that seismic charge.
Sorry, I've just been handed a Keyforge box, so thank you.
Hey, sweet, Keyforge. We'll advertise for Fantasy Flight, too. Yeah, Keyforge, that's our new game, Fantasy Flight. Joe handed me a pack here. Thanks, Joe. Producer Joe. Yeah, we love Joe.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
We will
appreciate it. We'll advertise for anybody on here. Gold Squadron Podcast, District Foundry, Keyforge, whatever. It's what we do.
Oh, yeah. All FFG. We love FFG. They don't need help advertising, but we'll do it anyway.
We'll do it anyway. Yeah.
All right, so
as we said, we are at a little bit of a break here. Duhtch is gone full Forrest Gump on us. He's got to pee. So
Duhtch has returned. We've been informed.
There you go. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the action here.
So let's see. Who do we still have left to move here? We got Soutiers. We got all of Duhtch basically.
Yeah, we just moved Jonas, so we should be at I4 right now. Which means Echo's moved. Echo did a turn up there, so we should be on the 5s, looking at Whisper or Redline here to move.
So Echo is in kind of a precarious spot here. He's right in front of that rock, so he obviously wants to decloak away from it next round. That leaves him in a spot where if he's forced to spend that evade to not take damage, then he's going through a rock.
Indeed, so, indeed. He really wants to keep that evade. In the meantime, Whisper also going to be kind of in the same position, looking at that rock and potentially looking at that seismic charge. You'd have to think he barrel rolls here, right? He has to.
Absolutely.
All right. See if he does it.
He is looking for his one straight. It's under the bomb. Under the bomb. There we go.
There we go.
Got another.
All right. Indeed. Barrel rolling out to the left. Not going to bomb himself this time. Not the Mad Bomber.
Oh, man. We should get him one of those hats. Those, the Russian Mad Bomber hat
hats.
with the fur.
Those are sweet hats. There you go. Should get Asa one of those hats, too, because he's going to be bald. Yeah.
he will need it to keep his head warm.
That's right. All right. So here we go with Redline banking out to the left. Just going to stay in bombing. Oh, well, yeah. Banking out to the left. Just going to stay in nice, safe position, bombing position towards anything that might come back in there.
Yeah, probably going to prep up with a target lock on someone, prepare to turn around next round and pop it off. Not sure what the other action will be in between there. Maybe a barrel roll outward to set up for a turn in, or, just a focus to hunker down since Redline's clearly been the main target here.
Indeed, indeed. Considering an action very carefully here. I find this interesting. I'm not sure what he's considering. He's going to reload. That's what he's considering. Reloads the protons. Yeah, and interesting. You don't see reload very often, so he will be disabled here. Not that he was going to shoot anyway, so it's okay.
But yeah, so he's reloading the torpedoes, I'm told. And probably taking a free target lock on someone, depends on who he chooses as his target. Looks like he's considering that right now. Target locking the Lambda shuttle.
That is a good action from the Punishers there. They can reload for a white action. It's a little bit unusual and not bad here.
It is a very valuable action to have.
Yep.
A little less powerful than it used to be, where you could reload all of your ordnance at once. Now it's just one charge at a time, but very, very useful.
Still good. So that is Jim's Soontir that just did a bank down. Bank and focus. Nice position to be in to shoot at red line. Maybe not such a nice position for next turn.
Yeah, so I almost wonder if it would have been better to evade barrel roll to get away from that rock that's inevitably going to be exploding here. And then he'd get his free focus anyway from Bullseye.
No, that is true. I wonder if Jim has forgotten about that seismic charge up towards the top there.
Yeah, so an interesting decision to be sure, but yeah.
And Duhtch really liking the lean over the board here. He's going to go ahead and take a boost with his Soontir.
Yeah, and that barrel roll from Jim's Soontir also would have been able to catch him out here. So Duhtch did flip over that wounded pilot and then use the auto thruster's ability to take a boost action as well.
So here we are. Considering the bomb, he's going to blow up that rock. It is close on the Lambda.
Sounds like out on the Lambda from what I heard. So Jonas and Soontir each take a damage here. Yeah, definitely bad for Soontir. I think that barrel roll would have saved him a little bit.
Yeah, you got to wonder if Jim maybe forgot that was over there for a second.
Yeah, definitely, because he'd have, crack shot, bullseye, and all sorts of other fun goodies here. Yep. So, stuff happens. This is round 7 of the day, so...
That is correct. So here comes a range 2 on Soontir to Soontir. It is 3 hits after he spins the focus. Defensive roll coming here, and
that
looks like that might be good. Blanks. That is blanks, ladies and gentlemen. So Duhtch's Soontir, poof,
balls.
Boom goes the Soontir.
All right. So in light of these events, any predictions for the upcoming rounds?
So that changes things here quite a bit, right? Now Jim has to be your in-game favorite, right? Because he's got the ship moving last. He's got that Soontir in a nice position to kind of stay on red line. I'm liking Jim a lot more than I was here. So we got a roll coming out there from Duhtch. 4 dice. So
yeah, this looks like Whisper onto
Echo. Can't quite see them all there because they're not rolling in the dice spots, but it looks like maybe a hit crit and a focus and a blank.
I see hit, crit.
Hit, crit.
Okay. Here's 2 dice from Echo, 3 dice.
Must be obstructed. And we got a focus.
And here's that precarious position I mentioned earlier. He's either forced to lose his last shield, or be forced to hit that rock later.
Yes.
Yep, and we've been told he is losing the shield. I believe that is the correct call.
I think that's right, too. You can't sacrifice your action for next turn.
Yeah, and plus he stands if he decides to avoid that damage, he stands a chance of taking the damage anyway when he flies through the rock. So,
Indeed.
Definitely the right call.
Indeed. So we're measuring Jonas there. Looks like Jonas has a shot. Range 1 onto Whisper. That's 2 hits. Oh, sorry, this is Echo onto Whisper. 2 hits, so it would be another obstructed shot. And in response, looks like we got blank focus there.
Yep, and Whisper will spend at least one of her evades here, see if she decides to spend the other and sacrifice her cloak. So there's 1... And I can see the debate in his mind. I see it through the back of his head.
The struggle is real. Looks like he'll just spin one and take a shield.
All right, those are some... I like to watch Phantoms duke it out, man.
yeah. They're tough decisions with the Falcon.
It's an
Phantoms
intricate dance.
Yeah.
You shuttled a red line from the rear arc with one hit. We got a cocked die, so we'll take a reroll on that. And that is evaded.
So again, the big development that turn, obviously, Soontir fell going down on Duttch's side. That puts Jim well ahead, both in points and in position here.
Absolutely.
I'm liking Jim a lot. We're down to 25 minutes, under 25 minutes in the round. This has been a pretty calculated game. You figure we probably only have maybe 2 or 3 turns of shooting left here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we're probably going to see this Lambda try to hard turn inward and kind of catch back up to the fight. I would almost expect a decloak right and back from Echo to kind of turn and chase after Redline, which is totally doable with those banks and turns. I would like to just inform Asa rather than try to type this to him. The reason you heard us out there is because someone just opened and then reclosed the door. So here is the... so here I think we're going to see probably a decloak right back from Echo, and not quite sure where Whisper is going to go. Not quite sure what her options are here, because that Jonas is blocking the matched decloak to screen right.
Yeah, it's almost got to be a screen left decloak here, right, from Whisper and try to bank down.
It looks like he might be able to take a forward decloak and then hard turn. I think he'll narrowly miss that rock.
That is another option. If you're Duttch, what do you try to go after here to catch up in points? What's your target?
Well, so step one is Duttch is definitely dropping a proton bomb here.
Indeed.
Which Jim should probably foresee and be planning ahead for. So I'm expecting Duttch to drop a proton and then K-turn with Redline in hopes of catching Soontir. Although his target lock is way up on the Lambda, so it's also possible that he just takes the hard turn and goes after it.
Yeah. Another good suggestion coming from the chat here would be a proton bomb and a 0 stop on the red line. Yeah, that would be... if Jim were to 2-turn to try to follow you, that would mean he's taken that proton bomb.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Soontir sitting at 2 hull, a well-timed direct hit from those bombs could definitely cause problems. It could kill Soontir.
Killing Soontir. Hey, that's problems. Yeah, that's problems for sure. Looks like we got a couple dials down on Jim's side here. Nothing from Duttch. Again, it's been a very calculated game here, which is to be expected from an Imperial on Imperial final. They're calculated people, those Imperial players.
Yeah, I think shifty and crafty is what we prefer to describe them as.
That's right. Again, while we're waiting for dials to come down here, I'll thank everybody for listening or watching 2018 Walker Classic. We love you being here. We'll be here again tomorrow streaming X-Wing side events. Please tune in and watch that. Please listen to our podcast, Back to Dials podcast. Check it out, all your favorite podcast apps. We got a Facebook group, Back to Dials Facebook. Feedback at Back to Dials is where you can get in contact with us over the emails. We love hearing whatever you got to say. And yeah, hit us up.
Thank you again. Thank you to District Foundry for sponsoring this event and providing these some of these really cool giveaway prizes that we've been giving out. Again, you can head over to District Foundry on Etsy, and if you enter code Walker2018, you can get a 15% discount on your order. So head over there, check out all the cool stuff they've got. Lots of X-Wing accessories, all 3D printed. Really cool stuff.
All right, so here we are. We're back to the systems phase. We got Echo decloaking over towards the center of the board, kind of the opposite way I was thinking she was going to go there.
No, that's pretty much what I expected out of that.
You're the Oracle of X-Wing.
You can roll the tape back, man. I said it. I done said it.
You did say it. Interesting here. Duhtch going decloak right.
Yeah, just
wow.
Ken
Fits.
in the chat there, District Foundry. I totally agree. You drop the bomb, you zero stop. If Duhtch is smart, that's what he's done here, and if Jim is smart, he's foreseen that and taken measures against it. Here's the proton.
So there's the first part of it. Proton bomb coming out. Everything is going exactly as you have foreseen.
Duhtch is he's tapping his fingers together, I'm sure, in his mind, in classic Mr. Burns fashion. Excellent.
Excellent. All right, we've made it to the activation phase. Almost painfully close to the activation phase. There it is. All right, shuttle. 2 turning.
Yep.
Getting back in the fight.
2 turn, get back into that fight. Hopefully come in to swoop in and rescue these aces who are falling victim to bombity bombs.
Taking a little bit here. Maybe thinking about an advanced sensors, I guess. Maybe an advanced sensors coordinate here to give somebody who might be shooting an action.
Yeah,
Indeed.
that's actually, looks like he's coordinating to Soontir for the evade.
Interesting. I thought perhaps there we'd see a coordinated reposition to try to maybe get out of that bomb, but
yeah, Jim seems pretty confident that his ships are going to go where he needs them.
He must have a plan, or he hasn't seen the zero stop coming yet. One or the other.
That is one of those that I find people forget the Punisher can do.
I forgot. Till the chat said something. All right, here comes Echo 3 Bank. Should be out of bomb range there, don't you think?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. So it looks like step 1 of Jim seeing this coming is there.
And we got Captain Jonas stepping over with the bank here, clearing that stress, getting ready to come back into the fight. Taking a target lock on a Whisper.
Prepping up for some more barrage rockets coming out sometime in the next couple rounds, assuming he gets himself turned. Looks like we are 2 turning with red line here.
Oh, so not only did Jim not see the zero stop coming, Duhtch didn't see it coming either.
Yep,
No zero
so
stop.
red line definitely trying to chase after that Lambda, it looks like.
Yep. Sir Toast a lot in the chat there. This is the finals. That's what round it is.
This is the final round. Duhtch and Jim, the grudge match from last year. So this will, more importantly, what year is this? Yeah,
What year
2020.
is it? Yeah. Okay, so a little bit kind of close to zero.
Oh,
stop
sorry,
here.
Paul. What turn? We have not been counting.
Yeah.
It is 16 minutes. That's what turn it is.
That's right. So a little bit close to zero stop here. Does try to barrel roll kind of back into a little bit of position. I guess that's not going to block much, but
he's
does what
definitely
he can.
hoping.
He got under the Echo's arc here, so that is good. And goes ahead and takes free target lock, I believe, on Echo. Then we got Whisper moving down here.
We got a 1 bank from Whisper, it looks like.
Again.
So probably a barrel roll. Would a barrel roll get him out? Probably a barrel roll, right?
A barrel roll to the screen left would certainly get him out, I think.
Yeah.
But gives up your shot. And Duhtch is a crazy guy. He's going to try the barrel roll to the right. This may do it, too, if he pushes all the way back.
Crazy guy. Yeah, so we'll see if that worked out for him.
Ooh.
Not quite sure on the screen, but
Moved his big old head. There we go. Oh, it looks close. It looks very close. And Jim would have seen the zero stop coming either way. It looks like he turns the other way.
yep, we got
And
the
just
3 hard coming the other way.
Gets out of that mess.
Fed into a boost, I'm sure.
Yep. It is tough to get those bombs on Soontir Fells, right? They got a lot of options of places they can go, especially when they're unstressed. I'm not sure what he's thinking about here. I guess he could barrel roll down and probably get out too.
Yeah, he could do that. He's probably trying to figure out what's going to place them best to get some shots off in the future rounds.
Yep, looks like we're just clearing up some residual stress tokens that they've left lying around here. Gonna go ahead and do the barrel back and then the boost. Should be plenty to get them out.
Yeah, set up for a pretty nice hard turn in the next round. That classic 2 hard that interceptors love so much.
And we seem to have made it to the combat phase here.
We made it here, folks.
We made it
did
here.
it together.
We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. So that bomb should go off. Looks like it's got Redline and Whisper. Oh, it got his Whisper. He got himself again, man.
That's really unfortunate because he only got himself.
He only got himself. Now, I'd imagine probably ablative plating on the red line to not have to take it.
So I'm hearing dodgeball quotes coming through the mic.
Everybody loves that one.
Yeah, so that's going to be a
strategy
crit onto the Whisper hull, I think. Or was that the shield off? That might have been the shield off.
Yeah, that was the final shield we're being told there. So just a shield off Whisper. It's not a disaster, but not what you want, obviously. But it looks like maybe Duhtch will be the only person with shots here.
Yeah, that definitely looks to be the case. But I do think Jim is currently in the better position for next round.
Mm-hmm. So here we go with combat. I think getting close. Yep, here we go. So we got Duhtch getting ready.
Looks like
deciding on targets.
Yeah, so he's got his choice of either a range 1 onto Echo or protons onto the Lambda here.
All right, here comes shot going through onto the Lambda. Proton torpedoes from Redline. We've got 3 foci and a hit. He's going to re-roll all those foci. And there comes. We got 3 hits and a crit. That's good re-roll. And the Lambda gets nothing. So we got some crits coming onto the hull here. Could be dead.
Chillin' guy 85 in the chat asks, is Duhtch forgetting Vader Crew? I believe he has been forgetting that. I haven't seen it used yet, especially when he was face to face with the other Phantom. So that is a possibility. That is a console fire on the Lambda, by the way.
Ooh, so could be dead when it activates here now because it has just 1 health remaining. And he rolls the console fire and dies right there. So good proton torpedo.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for Jim, but he's still in a pretty good place, I think.
If you look at that there, we're 12 minutes remaining, and that has brought the points very close together. 51 points to 54 points in favor of Jim Frank.
Yeah, and if you take a look at the scoreboard as well, there's a... let's see. Jim is only 1 health ahead of Duhtch, difference being that it's spread among 3 ships, giving him the weapons advantage here.
Yeah. So it looks like it's going to come down to if I'm Duhtch taking a look at this here, my easiest way to get half points on anything else, I would think, would be Jonas.
Definitely. He only needs 1 more hit to go through on that on a 2 agility ship.
Yeah, he could also get 1 hit on Echo for a half points there to get ahead.
For sure.
Echo in a little bit harder to hit, right? But the same thing from Jim's side here. Whisper only needing 1 hit to get half points, and Redline only needing a couple. I think it's got 9. Yeah, it's got 9. So
5 out of 9. So
yeah,
so
1 more. So a couple dominoes could fall here. The pace they've been playing, there could be only 2 more turns, maybe only 1 more turn here at the pace. So
yeah, I'm expecting 2, but this very well could just be the 1.
So we're down to the wire at the Walker Classic 2018, ladies and gentlemen. We're 51 to 54. It's a barn burner. My wife tells me only rednecks say the phrase barn burner, but it's a barn burner.
Nick does look a little red today.
Does it?
A little red there. You got the chewing tobacco, and the white beater, and the straw
buddy.
hat.
At least I'm not bald. No, it's very close here. It's anybody's game. I'm excited to see what happens. Couple ships here that we could be getting half points on in this turn.
Sorry, my sister has just informed me that they're coming out with Luigi's Mansion for Switch, and I'm really happy. Anyway,
Wow.
that's...
Sweet.
Oh, Asa says he informed me of that yesterday. I wasn't listening.
And now, Twitch has been informed of that. The great things you learn on the Back to Dials
Right?
stream podcast.
Doesn't always have to be X-Wing related. Sometimes it could just be a man who wants to play Luigi's Mansion.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. So it looks like we're close here. We got just one dial to set on that Whisper in the middle of the board. Maybe both players feeling the crunch here a little bit, trying to get some more turns in just in case things go wrong.
The pressure is very much on. So who do you think, in terms of each of them, do you think they would benefit from more turns here or less in terms of pulling out points that they need?
Man, it is so close, right? Both players sitting with 2 ships on one hole before half points. I'm not sure I feel good either way. If I'm either player, I'm pretty nervous, right? This is as close as a game of X-Wing can get, and it's in the finals.
Yeah,
that's what you want.
This is a 3-point spread. Everybody on the threshold of being half health.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a very, very close game.
Twitch chat, go ahead, post in there. Who do you think is going to win? We're a little undecided here. Who do you guys think is going to win? You guys are the real oracles of X-Wing here. You can tell us what's going to happen as we see what goes on this turn. We got a decloak from Echo coming up towards the top. Should be a matching decloak coming from Whisper. He's going to go straight ahead.
Yeah,
Twitch
so
chat, we
I
got one vote
suspect
for Duhtch.
Echo's looking for the one hard toward the bottom of the screen, trying to catch more damage onto red line. Whisper probably looking for something similar toward the top side, or something like that. I really don't know what to expect from this Whisper, to be honest. But Jonas coming in with a 2 hard, still just kind of meandering his way back into the fight.
Interesting play to bring him back into the fight. I might have considered going towards the top and trying to keep those points away, playing a little keep away with that ship. And he kind of does that. He barrel rolls out, so got to be careful of that.
You look like a nail has said, in a sense, we all win. In another, more accurate sense, Duhtch wins.
in a sense, I agree with you. Like a nail. I agree with you.
I think I'm going to have
day.
to see this round play out before I can make any decision. Because after this round, it'll be really obvious.
All right, so here we go. We got a 3-turn Whisper. Not going to be shooting this round, it looks like. Going to be looking into a whole lot of empty space here.
Probably opting to just take the cloak off the bat for the extra defense.
Yeah, I probably would be here, although it may be out on where that Echo is. It might not be getting shot either, so...
Yeah, there could be a barrel roll to the left and forward here that gets him out of that arc.
Yep, and he looks like he's going to go that route. So Whisper should be not shooting, but also not being shot at.
Someone explain the whole Asa thing. I got in late. Well, John Ben Young, you see, during our semifinals, our gracious, fearless podcast leader volunteered to put his head on the line. He said if we get 100 viewers, he will shave his head. And Gold Squadron and the crates contributed to this amazing cause, and we got our 100 viewers, and we're gonna see that shaved head.
He's going to look so pretty, Asa with the shaved head.
Oh my god!
And how much does he love Back to Dials, guys? How much does he love it?
Really,
Putting his
just
hair on the line.
thank you to Asa.
He is a true hero here. Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear hats to cover up their kind of lumpy bald heads.
But Asa he's really putting it all on the line.
I'm sorry, Asa. I'm just kidding. All right,
But not about the shaved head. That's totally happening.
We got Soontir coming around here, turns and then boosts into it. Gonna be in a good position to take some shots. And we should have made it to the combat phase here, it looks like. Looks like we got a little bit of a debate at the table. I'm not sure per se. Okay, looks like we're debating whether or not whether or not Jim had committed to the boost action before he did it there.
Yeah.
Committed to not boosting.
Something.
Okay, and instead gonna go ahead and do a barrel roll. They declared he was committed to that barrel roll.
And it looks like he might have a bullseye here. Maybe not. Tough to tell from our angle, but
it's very close, very close. Looks like we got our judge coming in here. Local legend John Conley gonna take a look at the bullseye. Looks pretty good to me.
That looks pretty bullseye.
And indeed, John declares it a bullseye, so that would be a focus token for Soontir.
Fergie says she misses the puns. So does D-Rob24. Oh, yeah, so we did have one more contest that we've been forgetting to advertise for another Boba Fett card. We need the best Star Wars-related pun name for Fergie. So whoever came up with that, we'll let Fergie be the judge, seeing as she is Fergie. It's her decision to make. So whoever she decides is the best. Whoever came up with the best nickname for her is gonna get that prize.
Yep. So meanwhile, we got Soontir shooting over at Whisper. Got 3 hits. Whisper spins the evade, and then Jim spins the crack shot. So we got 2 hits going through on Whisper, and I believe that'll half point Whisper. So yeah, there's a big one. That'll mean Jim will take the lead there. 89 points, as you can see. Jim had the lead, but he'll go further into the lead. And meanwhile, here we should be.
Yep, looks like we took the cloak on Echo. No cloak for Whisper because of spending that evade.
Okay. Did I miss Echo's shot there?
He does not have a shot, I believe.
Not have a shot. No arc. Yep, no arc at that Whisper. So okay. We are back to dials here. 3 minutes just went under there, so this will almost certainly be the last round of this final. It looks like Duhtch is down by 38 points here. He's gonna need to half point something. Yeah. So what here can he half points to get 38? Is there anything they can get half points on?
To pull out 38 points. Well, he's gonna have to do it on 2 ships, and
yep.
Oh yeah, Duhtch has requested that we shout to give more information. So the Empire did nothing wrong. There, how's that?
The Rebels are better.
I'm also a Rebel player, there so that was
how's that? Sorry for your ears.
I don't actually believe that.
You're welcome, Asa. Okay, so we've established here, in order to win, Duhtch looks like he's going to have to half point both Echo and Jonas. So if you're Jim here,
or Echo and Soontir,
or
basically
Echo and Soontir,
any 2 damage split between any 2 ships, and I think he can still pull it out.
All this to say, if you're Jim, get out of town, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
In order to get any shots, Duhtch is going to have to take K turns here, which means there'll be some pretty unmodded shots. Redline won't even get anything, I'm pretty sure. Whisper could maybe get a range 3 onto Echo, or depending on where Soontir ends up.
Yep, indeed. It's looking a little grim if you're Duhtch here. So there's a 1 turn from Echo, just being very conservative, not getting anywhere that Whisper can really do much to it. Should be over to Duhtch now, moving either one of his ships. Expect a turn here. Yep, we got a 2 turn coming in. Desperately trying to get back in the fight with 1 more turn here. But I don't think he's going to get it. Gonna boost, try his best.
Yeah, so he's probably just hoping that Soontir moved fast here, which I highly doubt he did. We'll see what we get out of Whisper. We got a 2 hard.
We got a 2 hard, so that'll be no shots, no matter what he does here. So it looks like this one may end the way it is here.
So we are still getting in lots of suggestions for Fergie's name. We got Moonferg07 matching her Twitch name. We also got, let's see, I've seen a few others
there was
pop
a good
up,
one.
but Soontier Ferg, also Mega Silver. So Fergie, we're coming up on the end here. You got to pick your winner. That is time.
Time there. We also had Gordon the Worst Ferg, which is a shot at our friends over at the Stay on Target podcast, who we love. All right, so we're at time here. Soontier just going to add a little insult to injury and boost in for a big shot. Why not, right? Make it hurt.
Yeah, so here's a free focus. See if he can finish off Whisper here. Redline will get a shot out of it, but just a primary.
Soontier, range 1 into Whisper. Here it comes. And gonna focus. He ain't scared of a disaster happening here.
All right, there's 3 hits. Duhtch says, "Save me, Ben. You're my only hope."
And not gonna happen, it looks like. Gonna get 1 through, and 1 through should be enough.
So that will be the first dead Phantom. And I think we'll have a range 3 coming in from Redline here. Range 2.
Range 2 coming in on Soontier. Could be a disaster, but not going to matter at this point. Jim is far enough ahead.
We got 1. So there we go. We got the winner of the 2018 Walker Classic. Once again, 2-time champion, Jim Frank.
Yeah,
congratulations, Jim.
Congratulations to Jim, and we just want to go ahead and say thank you to everybody who tuned in to the 2018 Walker Classic X-Wing Tournament. We'll be back tomorrow streaming X-Wing side events or Legion or something, so please tune into that. Thank you again to our sponsor, District Foundry. Thank you again to John Conley for putting on the Walker Classic. Really had a great time, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, so I'd like to just give a couple last-minute shout-outs. So once again, District Foundry, you can head over to their Etsy shop, 15% off with code WALKER2018. I'd also like to give a shout-out to a friend of mine who was here earlier. Anthony was here passing out some 3D printed deck boxes, damaged deck boxes. You can also find his stuff over at Tabletop Legion. And Ferg's Order is the winner of the Fergie nickname competition. So go ahead and I'm not sure whose Twitch. Oh, Mega Silver looks like. Go ahead and get in contact with us. Oh, was that Sir George? Yeah, whoever had that one out first, go ahead and get in contact with us. Feedback at backtodials.com or a message to the Facebook page. Thanks again, District Foundry. Thanks, John Conley. Thank you, Tabletop Legion, and just everyone who contributed today, everyone who came out. It was a blast. So, thank you.
Out. Woo!